Hello everyone, this is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and today I wanted to share with you a happy little accident that happened to be created in my Stampin' Studio today. So I am right in the middle of getting ready. I've been creating kind of bits and pieces when I can, getting ready for our new catalog launch in June, and so therefore I've had tons of different products sitting on my table. So today I came home from work, and I kind of looked at all the big mess that was on there, and I spotted the BRUSHO crystal color that I had sitting in one corner. I have all my in-color ink pads ready to put away in their new little homes, because I just finished, oh, here's a lovely lipstick, because I just finished unpacking them all. And I had also this lovely floral dynamic embossing folder, which is from the Gotta Have It All Share What You Love suite. So that is an early release that Stampin' Up! Has right now. I'll quickly tell you about that before we get started with this beautiful creation. But it is an early release of products that were released 1 month early. That you can purchase from Stampin' Up! So you can buy these through my online store. And there is 3 different bundles that they have put together with these gorgeous products. With each bundle you get a free item. So this is the Getting Started bundle. So you get 1 free item there. A little more please, you get stamp sets, papers, gorgeous embellishments, and 2 free items. And I'm going to just jump forward to the Gotta Have It All, because that's the bundle that I had to have, and it has everything. I've showed you these gorgeous papers, and if you haven't seen them yet, I have them in a YouTube video that I just did last week. But what I'm working with is this gorgeous lovely floral dynamic texture embossing folder. So I did a card in metallic here, and I have a YouTube video on that as well. And the folder was left out on my table from when I did that video. So as I saw it, and I saw the BRUSHO, and I saw the new ink colors, I thought, you know what? BRUSHO is so gorgeous and dark, intense pigment color. I think it will go beautiful with our new ink colors, because they are so bright and beautiful and bold. So I decided to get creative. So here we go. I am going to show you how to create this gorgeous card in minutes, and also dye some beautiful ribbon using your BRUSHO as well to match your card. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get messy. As you can see by my fingers, I just finished doing this, so I am a little bit messy, but you know what? Good things come out of messes. I say that in the kitchen when I'm baking. I say that in my craft room when I'm creating. So let's get going here. I'm going to, what we're using is the metallic edge ribbon. This is a gorgeous satin ribbon that has silver on both sides. So when you dye it, you can do that with any color. The silver stays nice and bright, and the white you can dye any color you want. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that with the BRUSHO. But first, before we get started, I want to show you how I did this gorgeous, intense, beautiful folder impression with the BRUSHO, okay? And this is quick and easy. I am going to do both color combinations, so I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. What this means is I'm going to run 1 color through so you can see how it turns out, and every time I do this it turns out completely different. Then I will disappear for, oh, let's say 20 seconds or so as I quickly wash the folder off so we can show you the other color combination, okay? So to run this folder, you need your Big Shot, you need your basic platform, and you need one acrylic plate, just one of them. You don't need 2. You need your pieces of, I use the shimmer white paper, and the reason why I use the shimmer white is because it takes to water really, really easily, and it doesn't go really super soggy, so it's beautiful to work with. So I'm going to use that paper. You're going to need I have to find it all because I'm in such a mess here from creating. You need one of your Stampin' Misters. I just have water in that. And you need your BRUSHO. So first I'm going to show you how to load this. And I think the easiest way to do this is just to make the mess right on the plate here. And I think we can do that. Okay. So when I go to press my BRUSHO through the folder, I want to make sure that kind of the indented part, it's hard for you guys to see this, but the part that has the actual floral and stuff cut out. So basically the side that has the Stampin' Up, I'm actually going to place that down. Normally I place it up. For this, I'm going to place it down. Okay, I am going to bring in my BRUSHO, and for my first creation, I am going to use the gamboge, the yellow, and the brilliant red. So with this folder, there is a gorgeous flower in the center. I would like that to be nice and red. So I'm going to start with my BRUSHO, which is the brilliant red, and I am just going to tap that color on there. Okay, just like that. So I've pierced a couple holes in the top of my BRUSHO. I have not cracked open the lid because this pigment is so fine. You would end up with a huge dusting of color of pigment, and it would get everywhere. So your best thing to do is to pierce a couple holes in there and use these much like you would a salt and pepper shaker. So I just turn it over and I actually do a little tap tap, as you can hear. Okay, so I am going around now with the orange, and then around the outside I'm going to do a little yellow. Okay, so it doesn't look like a whole lot. I'm going to show you there. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of color on there. But I am telling you, this BRUSHO, which will last you like a lifetime because there's so much powder in there, it is very intense and it activates with water. So here we go. I am going to add a couple sprays of water onto our embossing folder. Okay, here we go. Voila. Okay, so there is some color. You guys see that coming alive there? I am going to put my piece of shimmer white into the folder, and where's my clear plate? I had it right here. There it is. I'm going to pop that on, and I am going to run it through. So what's going to happen is the water is going to kind of squish and squash, and you are going to get water. You may get a little water on your plates. That's why I've got just a rag here to wipe it clean, because we're going to be doing a couple different color combinations. But you end up with some water off to the side as well, okay? And a little bit of color on your plate, tiny bit, okay? So I'm going to wipe that down. Now I am going to put this over here so you guys can see it. Voila! Do you see that? So pretty. So there we have it. That is the red, yellow, and the gamboge. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could go in, and I just want to show you, if you want to darken up your flower a little bit, you can go in with Aqua Painter, which I have to, this one actually has green on it. Look at me coloring on myself just because I don't have a paper towel right here. And you can pick up some of this extra color, and you can, if you want, darken up like certain areas like the flower and stuff if you want to. Okay, just like that. I like to kind of just leave it as it is too. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. That's one of them. Okay, now while we have this little bit of color that's still sitting in this folder, watch this. Are you ready for it? I don't know if you guys are ready for this, because this is magical. I am going to take our ribbon, and are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. I am going to run it over the folder, and I'm going to add the colors that were in the folder, like so, onto the ribbon. Okay, and you can see how I am getting all of the different colors on here. I'm just kind of going to where the ink is still on the folder, so I'm using it up And I want to get all the different colors on here, okay? Now, if I didn't have enough color, watch what I could do. You ready? I could add a little bit of BRUSHO over top, just like this, in a couple spots. And I could mist again with my mister. Okay, and bring in, you can see how, this is so cool, you can see how the BRUSHO, see that? How it starts running through the ribbon, just like it does the paper. See that? So now what you've got, I'm going to run the rest of the ribbon all over this folder just to pick up all the rest of the color. And you wonder why my fingers get so colored. I mean, you could use gloves, but I'm just going to wash them good later. But this is the gorgeous colored, BRUSHO colored ribbon that I have ended up with. Okay, so isn't that beautiful? I'm going to put that aside to dry. I love that. I'm going to put that aside to dry, and that's going to be an accent on our card. Okay, so this is the moment where I'm going to disappear for about 20 seconds, rinse off my folder, and we're going to do the blues and the greens and the yellows. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm back. I hope I did that pretty quick. All right, so I'm basically just wash and dry my folder. So with the BRUSHO color, it comes right off the folder. All you have to do is rinse it underneath the sink, the tap water with just some water, and it runs right off. Okay, so you've seen, this is the one we just did. Now we are going to bring in our green and our yellow and our blue. Okay, so that is this one. Now we're going to do this one. Okay, now for this one, all I used was the yellow and the Persian blue. I only used the two colors. Why? Because when you mix blue and yellow, you get green. Okay, and with the BRUSHO, again, I'm making sure that the Stampin' Up part is down on my base. When you use the BRUSHO, there is so many different, it's made up of so many different color pigments that they kind of all mix together, and that's what gives you the really, really unique look of BRUSHO. So it's not like one solid concentrated color. It is a whole bunch of different colored pigments that work together to bring you that brilliant color. Okay, so I've got on the blue and the green. Here we go. We're gonna spritz. Oh, I'm almost running out of water, you guys. Am I gonna have enough to last? Oh no, I don't want to have to take another moment to have to fill my water. I think I'm okay. I think that's going to be enough. Okay, so I have spritzed. I'm putting my folder down. Here we go. I am closing it. I want to bring it up a little. I am closing it. I am running it through. Giving it a squish. Bring it out the other side. And oh my God, that is gorgeous. I love that one. That is so beautiful. So you can see how each time you're going to get slightly different results. That is the fun of BRUSHO. Welcome to BRUSHO, everyone. This is what happens. You get amazingly different results every single time. Every single time, unique but gorgeous. Okay? So, a little close up. See how all those colors are mixing together? I love it. I'm going to put this aside, just right down here. And wait a second. We need a matching ribbon, do we not? So now I'm going to bring in another piece of satin ribbon. Here we go. And I'm going to use that leftover color that is in my folder. And I'm just going to run it over my ribbon. So again, you would go over all the different BRUSHO in there. I wish I had a little bit more water right here with me, because then I would be able to mist it a little. Give me a second. we have more water. I have another mister here. Okay. And I'm just going to just run it over all of these different sections here. And again, if you don't have enough, this is where you can start tapping your BRUSHO over your ribbon and then just give it a mist. I want to just zoom you in for this because this is very cool. Just give it a little mist like this. Okay, and then you can just run your ribbon over top of it. There we go. So now you have got BRUSHO satin ribbon. Again, look at all of the cool colors in there. All the colors of the BRUSHO in your card that you just pressed with the folder. So I'm going to just leave that out so you can see how beautiful that is. I'm going to put my messy folder aside for now, and I'm not going to bother running and cleaning that off. I'll do that in a second. I'm going to put all my BRUSHO back in the box here, and I'm going to finish off this last card. So like I was saying, what I'm going to do now is introduce to you the lovely lipstick and the blue bushel ink pads. These are two of the in colors that are new for 2018 to 2020. So they are absolutely gorgeous. They're nice and bright and bold. And as you can tell, that is where kind of my inspiration combined with the BRUSHO came for these gorgeous cards. So I'm going to use those as card bases to finish off our card. So I'm going to bring in a stamp set that is also in the Share What You Love bundle, and this is this one, Love What You Do. And I'm going to use this saying it's a beautiful day and the thank you to finish off my cards. So for this one, I just basically stamped it's a beautiful day, and I punched it out with our Starburst punch, and then I used the 2.5 inch punch with another new color, Mango Melody. So this is a beautiful, beautiful orange, and again, it's kind of an orangey yellow, so it goes perfect with the BRUSHO. I love using it with the BRUSHO, and that is what I use to frame it up. Again, my custom ribbon, I ran that through the folder after I pressed this. The leftover ink that was in the folder, I ran that through, and that's how I got this gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon for my card. Okay, so there's that one finished, and I just added some embellishments. I am going to finish off now the blue one for you guys to see. And this ribbon is drying. Now that it's starting to dry, look at how the colors are starting to blend together. And you can see how gorgeous that is for that card. So it really is worth dyeing the ribbon using that leftover BRUSHO ink that's in the folder, the BRUSHO pigment that's in the folder. So do it at the same time. I mean, you already have the mess going. You want to, as you're waiting for this to dry, you just wait for your ribbon to dry as well, and then you have gorgeous matching ribbon. I did this one earlier, and you can see the yellows and the greens and the blues. I'm still amazed at how this turned out. Okay, I'm going to glue this to my base. So again, this is the new Blueberry Bushel color of cardstock, and I'm going to bring in, decide which way I'm going to put this. I think this way. I'm going to bring in a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to stamp using that Blueberry Bushel. I'm going to stamp a little thank you. So I need a scrap piece of white cardstock. Here we go. And for this one, I am going to do a little thank you, because I always use thank you cards. I pop them in the mail for anyone who places orders. They always end up with a beautifully handmade card for me. And for the new ink pads, they open in a slightly different way. So I just wanted to share that with you. Our ink pads are now a new design. They're thinner. as you can see, and they open up a lot easier. So instead of having to push and swivel, these open up just like a little compact. So let me see here. Let's open it up just like that. So you just pull it open, okay? You now have a spot to put a little strip of color here. It's a little sticker, and it is in the color of the ink pad. So when the ink pad is open, and for these again, you just slide them across. When the ink pad is open, you then know what color it is, because if I just have this down, it's easy to think this could be green, it could be black, could be any dark color, and the last thing you want to do is cross-contaminate your ink pads. So this went along with their new design, and I love that because now I can see when I have my ink pad open what color I'm stamping. Okay, so I am going to stamp the thank you just on a blank piece of, I'm using the shimmer white just because I use the shimmer white for my card, so I thought I'd keep it sparkly. You can kind of see the sparkle in there. Okay, I'm going to punch that out just like so. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in that Mango Melody. And again, because I love this color, how it is so bright and bold, and it goes nicely with the BRUSHO colors. And I'm going to cut this piece in half just like this. I am going to add a little adhesive here and a little adhesive here, and I am going to just offset this just a little bit so that my white piece is all framed in with this beautiful, beautiful new color. Okay, just like that. I'm going to add some basic rhinestones. Let's see here, I'll add those. 1, 2, 3. So there is the basic rhinestones added onto my little saying, just like that. And I'm now going to add that to my card. So again, this is a beautiful, gorgeous thank you card. It is very unique, has unique, beautiful colors. I always think of BRUSHO, it looks like more of a piece of art than a card, and that's what I love about it. So I'm going to place that down like so. Okay, love it. Now, the finale for the card is the beautiful, beautiful ribbon that we dyed to match the card using, again, the BRUSHO and the beautiful white metallic edge ribbon. So I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to tie that on the card. And I just love the way, look at that, how it just matches all the colors of the BRUSHO perfectly, like we planned it, just like so. Like I said, this was just a happy accident in my stamp room, and I am so glad it was, because look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So voila, there is one BRUSHO card using the lovely Floral design embossing folder, and it is just pressed with BRUSHO. Okay, we're going to rinse that off after. And then gorgeous ribbon that has also been dyed with the BRUSHO. And where's my original card? Here is the other color combo. So this one I used a little bit of the dye, or the little bit of ink that was left over in the folder, and I just went in and I colored out the flowers a little bit. So it does have a different feel to it than this one was kind of left just as is with the BRUSHO. So there's kind of two different feels. This one's a little bit more softer. This one's just a little bit more as is beautiful art. Okay, and here is another example of one that was pressed. So this one we did tonight, and it's drying. And here is the other one we pressed tonight. So again, totally different, unique, beautiful creations. So there you have it. I hope you will try using the BRUSHO and pressing it in your folders. You will be amazed, amazed, amazed how they turn out, as well as using that BRUSHO to dye your, what is this? The silver metallic edge ribbon, and brush that the BRUSHO color over it, just spritz it with some water, and you will have gorgeous ribbon to match your gorgeous creations, okay? So that's what I've got for you tonight. And if you want to order any of the supplies, you can go to my online store. If you're following me on Facebook and watching this on Facebook right now, then you just have to click the upper right corner is my Shop Now button. If you're following me on YouTube and you don't want to miss any more of my happy little creations here, my Simple Saturday cards, my tips, all those sort of things, subscribe and you won't miss anything, okay? And for any of you who happen to purchase one of the bundles from the Share What You Love suite, you will end up with a couple beautiful cards in the mail from me as a thank you, as well as your name in it to win it, and one of my custom little card kits. And there's all different varieties, so I will mail one of those out to you, okay? So thanks for stopping in, and I will see you next time. Bye.